What up, Cancer? Welcome to your bi-weekly general reading. So I decided we're going to do love reading one week and then general reading next week. Or the next week. So these general readings can resonate to any situation going on in your life. They're basically whatever spirit thinks you need to know right now. Okay, I'm not going to pick a scenario. It's not based on anything specific. So resonate it to however it resonates to you, or apply it to however it resonates to you. This could be about work. This could be about love. This could be about your friends. This could be about your family. This could be about your dog. This could be about literally anything going on in your life. So apply it how it resonates. We're doing a 12-card Celtic Cross for Cancer. General reading, blah, blah, blah. These could resonate to your sun, moon, or rising sign. If you don't know what that is, I'm going to link in the description a website you can go to get your birth chart. You just type in, or click the link, type in all the information it asks for, click submit. Scroll down, it's going to give you a couple charts. I think in that first one, it'll have your sun, moon, and then the rising. It doesn't say rising. It says ascendant or ascend or ASC, something along those lines. So look for that. And the corresponding sign that's there next to it is your rising sign. Okay. So if this doesn't resonate, then find out what your moon sign is. Go watch that video. If that doesn't resonate, find out what your rising sign is. Go watch that video. And that's how this is going to work. All right. 3 more shuffles. Cancer. Celtic Cross, Spirit, whatever you think they need to know right now. Whatever situation Cancer needs it by sun right now. Oh, why can't I shuffle? Last shuffle. Kira, please stop barking. All right, I also decided, based on the other readings that I did, based on the other readings that I did, I kept like pointing out different scenarios that it could be, and I'm going to try not to do that because it makes it really confusing. More than likely, I'm going to end up like suggesting a couple scenarios that it could be, but I'm going to try not to. So, what the fuck? Okay. So whatever's going on in your current position, you have, or current situation, you have the King of Cups. So you're emotionally balanced, like you're very in control of your emotions. That's the biggest thing I always take away from the King of Cups. It's like sitting in your own power and like knowing who you are, and also being very in control of your emotions. That's the biggest thing. Okay. It also could be a card of like over drinking and shit like that too. But like typically I don't read it like that. So whatever the situation is, you're very emotionally balanced by it. You're not very fazed by it. But what's opposing that is the sun in reverse. Somebody's unhappy. So it could be you. You might be emotionally stable or like emotionally balanced, but you're unhappy, right? Or it could be the situation, whoever's involved in the situation isn't happy in the situation, right? In the past, you had a lot of conflict. You had the 5 of Wands, which talks about conflict, also change. But the biggest thing to take away from that is conflict. A lot of fighting, arguing, a lot of back and forth energy. And in your goal position, you have the 4 of Swords in reverse. So it's like, there are 2 ways I can see this. It's either you want to take action on something or you don't want something to end. Because the 4 of Swords is a card of like waiting for the time to strike, like taking a break and like sitting back and like being like, okay, I need to wait and plan this out and like decide when is the right time to move, right? Or it's an energy of like laying something to rest, like whatever, like there's a problem and like an argument, like an ongoing argument, and you're just like, nope, I want to lay this to rest, right? That's it upright. In the reverse, it's like you don't want to lay it to rest, like you want to keep going, you want to keep the situation going, you don't want to drop it, you don't want to end it. Or like I said, it could be like you're finally like you want to take forward action, you want to take steps like forward because like I said, upright, it's like waiting for the time to strike. In the reverse, it's like not striking. Wow, not what I meant to say. Upright, it's waiting for the time to strike. In the reverse, it's like you're finally like, okay, it's time to strike. Or you're like, you know what, it's not even worth it. I don't even want to do this anymore. Like, I'm not going to strike. Like, I think that would make more sense. It's like, whatever. But what's driving you and the reason for like this contradicting right here, it's confusing. Your goal is like to not let it end, but what's your driving factor here is the Eight of Cups, which is the card of walking away, right? It's like you're just like cutting your losses and just being like, you know what, like I'm just gonna go find something better, right? So that's a little contradictory. Maybe like you're walking away from a situation, but you don't want to walk away from it. Like you are walking away, but it's something that like you don't want to walk away, or you don't want to walk away from. Like that's why like you're walking away like for your emotional stability, but it making you unhappy because you're not, or because you don't want to walk away, right? You don't want this to end, but you're walking away because you need to, or something like that, or like you're being forced out. I don't know. I'm doing good at not suggesting scenarios. Good job, Dan. So your near future coming up, you have the Emperor in reverse. The Emperor talks about like control, authority, kind of like, I want to say structure and like going with like the confines of like what's expected of your role. But also like he's an emperor, so it's like he runs this shit. He can do whatever the fuck he wants, right? So he doesn't really like look for control from anybody or look for answers from anybody. He doesn't take orders from anybody. He knows who he is. He's like, I'm in fucking charge. I can do whatever I want. You have it in the reverse here though. So I'm going to say you're relinquishing control, or you feel like you have no control. Which, feeling like you have no control, it's fucking terrible. It's a shitty situation. Like, I mean, that's a shitty feeling. Like, that's, yeah, just shitty feeling. But relinquishing control can be a good thing. Like when you just like stop trying to control a situation, you're just like, you know, whatever happens, happens. Universe, go ahead, take control. Like I'm done fighting it. Like take control. So I think like in the near future, like you're relinquishing control. Like you don't feel like you need to control the situation and be in charge and know everything that's going on. You're kind of just like, you know, I'm just going with the flow. Like universe, do your thing, right? Hang on. I've been so tired lately. But I think it's because I've been drinking a lot more caffeine than normal. So to keep up my energy, I have to keep drinking a lot more caffeine. And I only had like 1 cup of coffee like 3 hours ago, and it's 11 o'clock. Yeah. Anyway. So your internal influence, Knight of Swords. So swords talk about mental energy. And first thing that popped in my head, the second I said Knight of Swords, was racing thoughts. Okay, like inside, I feel like your thoughts are just all over the place. Like they're constantly going all over, right? Because you don't want this to end, but you're walking away and you're like, oh, I'm walking away, but like, no, don't end. Like you're conflicted in your head about it, right? But it's also an energy of like fast movement and like wanting to jump right in, right? So mentally, like that's what's going on inside your head. Outside of you, the external influence is the Six of Cups. Talks about looking back on the past. So like, outside of you is looking back on the situation and like looking back on like how things were in the past, like how the situation went in the past. It's good that this is upright because this talks about looking back positively, like revisiting memories from your childhood, shit like that, right? Or it doesn't have to be childhood, it's just in the past. But in the reverse, it's like a negative connotation. It's like looking back and like all the negative shit that happened, like hating like everything and blah, 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 and having a really shitty attitude about it. Upright, it's really good. It's a positive thing. Now your hope here is the Hierophant. Okay. The Hierophant can be a card of commitment. So it could be like you're hoping for a commitment in this situation, or it's a card of like institution or not challenging the status quo, like following the line, like, or the well-worn path and like doing what you're supposed to do, doing what's expected of you, right? So like you're hoping to just like go along the path. Like you say, maybe you're hoping for commitment, maybe you're hoping to go to school or something, or like an institution or like church, like I don't know, but like you're hoping to you're hoping to like, you don't want to challenge the status quo, you want to go with what's expected. That's what your hope is here. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm saying like that's what your hope is here. Like you want to go towards what's expected of you and follow the path that's like everyone typically does, or like whatever. Like you don't want to challenge anything. You just want to like go with what's expected of you. It's like not wanting to like stand out in a crowd. Like, you know, when you get that try hard who like in a job interview or something, like they sit there and they're like just talking up a storm or like keep like getting the attention of the interviewer, and like it's like, oh, because they want to stand out. And it's like, you don't want to do that. Like, you're just trying to go with the flow and just, you know, do you and like do what's expected of you. You're not trying to go above and beyond anything. Now your fear here is the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is the lie, cheat, sneak card. Okay, it talks about like trying to get away with something. This could be like can't think of the word, but like relationship, like when somebody cheats on you, like your fear is like somebody's gonna cheat on you. Like maybe this is really there goes the scenario. Talking scenarios. Maybe this situation where like you want commitment, but you're afraid somebody's gonna cheat, right? Whatever. But like your fear is like somebody trying to get away with something, or like trying to like sneak around and like be like sketchy and like manipulative and shit like that, right? Excuse them. Carbonated drinks. So yeah, that's your fear. That's pretty self-explanatory. I gotta sneeze. Is he gonna come? Nope. Damn it. Anyway, so your outcome here is the Eight of Pentacles. I read that card two different ways. It can either be you're no longer working on the situation, right? Whatever the situation is, like you're not putting any more effort and work into it because you're like, you know what, it wasn't working out, so why am I going to pour my energy into this? Or it's you're working on yourself. You're like, you know what, whatever the situation is, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to keep walking away, and although I don't want this to end, like I'm walking away and I'm working on myself instead of working on this, right? That's what your outcome is. Now, your undertone of the entire reading, which is the bottom of the deck, is the Page of Cups. An offer, an unexpected emotional offer. So this could be a love read, like I said. It could be about like you want commitment, but you're afraid somebody's like being sketchy and like cheaty, whatever. But like the Page of Cups just talks about like an unexpected offer of emotions, like a love offer. Typically it's like read as like a love offer, but like it's a cup. So cups are emotions. So this read is about something that like an emotional offer that was given to you. Again, it doesn't have to be a love reading. It could be anything. This is a general reading. That's just what the undertone of the reading says. So your advice here, talk to you later. Your advice here is the Ace of Swords. Okay. Gain clarity. Be clear on what it is you want, what you expect. Be clear on like everything that's going on in the situation. Get all the facts straight. Like, be clear. Get clarity. Okay. Don't just jump in because, you know, you feel like you should, or like don't just leave because you feel like you should. Like, learn all the facts that there are to learn about the situation and then decide what you need to do. Okay? Don't just jump. Make sure you gain clarity and you figure out what's really going on and like everything that there is here, right? So, Cancer, I think you might actually be the shortest read, and I think that's because I wasn't sitting here trying to guess different scenarios and like what it could possibly be. So, I'm going to continue to try and not do that. Anyway, I did it once in this reading. Whatever. But that's what I have for you. Again, this is a general reading. It's not going to resonate to everyone, but also realize this is a general reading, so apply it to your situation. It could be about anything, okay? If you like this video, like, share, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. I'd really appreciate it. And I will catch you guys next week for your bi-weekly love reading. And yeah, deuces, peace. I gotta do like some outro thing. Anyway, bye guys.